Are you ready?
Welcome to The Huddle, brought to you by 956sports.com, served up by McDonald's on Fox 2. It's your weekly trip around the Valley High School football world and all its happenings in the past 72 hours. My name's Tony Fortina. Thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Greg Selber, the University of Texas Pan American, will chime in along with the coach, Gene Garza. But right now, let's take you to this week's action. Starting Thursday night, where the Sherryland Rattlers got together with the Edinburg Economies Jaguars, and in the fourth quarter, Andres Duarte would make the catch at the 36, break 3 tackles, and scamper down the field to pay dirt. The Jaguars would go for 2, but it would fail, and Sherryland's on top 42-41. Now, all Sherryland had to do was ice the clock. Cesar Valdez had different intentions, putting them up 48-41. The Jaguars would drive it down the field. Late in the fourth, Ray Ramos would go in for the run, tying it at 48. And with 17 seconds left on the clock, Tres Barrera would score. Sherryland remains undefeated, picking up a victory over the Edinburg Economies Jaguars. Now, in other action, Roma traveled to Ed Couch Elsa to take on the Yellow Jackets. And I'll tell you what, this was a great matchup. An Ed Couch Elsa Yellow Jacket fan base that is charged and ready to go. And they would see Noe Gonzalez go deep, finding Diego Garcia. He would make it into the end zone just barely. The Yellow Jackets would win this one 34-16. We'll have more on the Ed Couch Elsa Yellow Jackets and what they're going through later on in the show. Now let's swing out to James Nicky Rowe High School, where it was homecoming for the Warriors, and they were playing host to San Benito. Javi Obregon would hook up with Adrian Salazar. Roma would go up 27-14. They would increase their lead with more Javi Obregon. This time on the draw, he would take it in for pay dirt. Adrian Salazar had 3 touchdowns on the night. Nicky Rowe would pull off the upset victory over the San Benito Greyhounds, 34-28. My personal opinion on the upset part there. Weso was at PSJA Memorial, and this is Chip Cruz finding pay dirt in the first quarter from 13 yards out. Weso would be up 7-3. The Panthers looked good. Andrew Cavazos would make it 14-3, and Weso was not done. Clay Jones at quarterback, hooking up with Randall Martinez. Big time play for the Panthers. They would roll to a 43-10 victory over the PSJA Memorial Wolverines. And Greg, help me out here. Edinburg North at Edinburg High. How did it go down?
Well, it was an outstanding game. North looking to go 5-0, but the Bobcat defense had 5 sacks. Here's one of them by Steven Guerrero. Cristo Martinez hit the field goal early on, 3-0. That was all the scoring until the fourth quarter. A lot of defense. Neither team had 200 yards. Edinburg had a chance to put it away. Roy Cantu forces the fumble. Thomas Leyva gets it for North here. And right now, North is in trouble. They may have looked past Edinburg High trying to look for Donna. The last drive, they had an amazing series of plays. Here's Josh Vela down the field, a minute to go. Adrian Morales saw the ball first, made the catch. Look at this again. 24-yard touchdown, 8-3. North wins. They escape the trap game, and they're getting ready for the rest.
Now wait, if we're playing NFL rules, that's a Bobcat victory because he caught the guy who caught the ball.
This is true.
So that would be a Bobcat victory.
Now, luckily, we still have the UIL to run our business.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Good. All right, let's get back to the highlights, in which it was the showdown. The PSJA Bears taking on the PSJA North Raiders, and Hakeem Fantil. He is a beast on the field. Check out the speed, the 49-yard touchdown run. The Raiders were up on the board early, 7-0. The Bears would eventually tie it up. DeAndre Henry for the Bears, taking it and scoring. That would make it 7-7. And then the Raiders, the ground game would take over. Edgar Escanames scores, and they would go on to victory, 41-7. The PSJA North Raiders over the PSJA High Bears. 32-4A had opening weekend for district action, and we saw Mission Vets taking on the Mercedes Tigers at Mercedes. First quarter, Isaiah Garza to Carlos Quintanilla giving the Tigers a 7-0 lead. More Tigers. This time it's Matthew Guzman, had 124 yards total on the night. This would make it 14-0 Mercedes, and Mission Vets would get on the board here with Santos Villarreal, the sophomore quarterback. It was a great run by Villarreal, taking it in for the Patriots. Unfortunately, not enough as the Mercedes Tigers picked up the big victory right there. Doc, any games that surprised you? I was personally surprised by the San Benito-Nicky Rowe game. I thought that Nicky Rowe would struggle against a great San Benito defense, but I knew San Benito's offense was kind of questionable against a good Nicky Rowe defense.
Well, that was the question, right? Could Rowe outscore San Benito, make them play that offensive game? And they did, 34-28. San Benito finally gets the offensive production. But that road team is tough, man. I mean, Adrian's having a great season. Obregon's having a great season. But Tony Bimpong is a guy that they play off of because you got to cover that guy. And then Adrian on those slants is open. They're tough, man. Just like that 2-1 in district. A couple of weeks ago, we were saying, well, maybe they're good, man. They're right there, 2-1. Weslaco coming up for them.
We thought San Benito was setting the tone early, returning that opening kickoff.
Right,
took
Coronado
12
took
seconds.
it all the way.
12 seconds for them to get on the board, but Rowe took 48 seconds to tie it up at 7. So
San Benito's 1-2. They got some soul searching to do. They got to get it back together. Them and PSJA Memorial are both 1-2. That district is crazy. They could probably still tie for the district title with 2 losses. Who knows? Because McAllen lost. There's no undefeated teams except Weslaco in district.
That's right. Weslaco sitting atop the district.
I guess we better put them in our top 20 this week, huh?
You're the one that gets the hate mail on that, not me, amigo.
I'm all right.
What other game surprised you this week?
Well, to go back to the Economy Sherryland game, that was one of the best football games I've ever seen. I mean, it was absolutely nuts. 103 points. Then the next night, only 3 points the first 46 minutes when Edinburg and Edinburg North get together. I was impressed by Trace Barrera. I think Estefan Castillo, also, as I wrote on the website, is an amazing player. 4 touchdowns. Those guys got the ball back with 54 seconds, and they just went down the field. You weren't going to stop them, man. That's a great football team.
When we talk about the website, it's 956sports.com. You can get more in-depth action right there by logging on and reading Dr. Selber's articles. We'll come back. We'll have more of The Huddle right here, brought to you by 956sports.com, served up by McDonald's on Fox 2.